guys, welcome to the show. Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. We're heading over to the bank today. We're going to find out what I need to do to get US dollars, right? So I have transferred US dollars into my US dollar account in Sri Lanka from South Korea, and now I need to withdraw that money to take on vacation. So I was told I have to come and order the money because they don't have thousands of dollars of cash on hand. And so let's find out what I have to do. So guys, I'm here with Superstar Desmond, just heading over to the local branch here. And then I got to go over to the printers because I need to get some more stickers, Sri Lankan Semi stickers for the trip. Swag, got to get the swag going. So in Sri Lanka, well, here's the thing. I like to take cash with me when I go on vacation because in a place I've never been before, I don't know the ATM situation. I don't want to go there and then run into a problem. And Thailand is a cash society. All right, you have to pay cash for everything. Only like hotels and big restaurants take card. So like the trips that I'm going to be taking all require cash. So I'm going to exchange money at the airport, which is what I usually do at Super Rich. Super Rich is the best exchange, money exchange in Thailand. I've been using them for years. So they got a great exchange rate, and the exchange rate is actually doing really well right now. The Thai baht against the US dollar is 36.5 Thai baht to $1 US. It was 34 a few years ago. So it's good for me. Even the Sri Lankan rupee has appreciated. It's 305 rupees. It was 299 a few months ago. So that's pretty good too. So buying US dollars though is a little difficult because the Korean won is depreciated. It was 1350. It was 1,240 just like 6 months ago. So buying US dollars is expensive for me, but buying Thai baht or Sri Lankan rupees is cheap for me. So it balances out. Anyway, because I earn money in South Korea and I buy US dollars to transfer out of South Korea. I think I've spoken about this many times before. I have a US dollar account in South Korea and I have a US dollar account in Sri Lanka. I earn money in South Korea and then I buy US dollars in South Korea, and then I transfer from my US dollar account to my US dollar account. That way I avoid the bank's currency exchange fees when doing SWIFT. SWIFT is the international money transfer. Now I've been told I can use online services and things like that, and Wise and Western Union or whatever. The problem here is that South Korea does not allow Wise. It does not allow PayPal. It doesn't allow a lot of things due to money laundering regulations. So they do allow Western Union, but the bank is just the same. So and the amount of money that I'm transferring, it's not that big of a deal. And going, using all of these services and everything is just an extra step. I might as well just electronically, boom, boom, done. And I get a special rate. I get a 50% discount off the exchange rate with my bank in South Korea because I'm a VIP member. I've been using them for 15 years, so they treat me very well over there. So let's go to the bank. We're just pulling into the bank right now, and then we have to go over to the printers. We'll see you all on the other side. So guys, that was an interesting 15-minute process. It's not easy, but they ordered the money from my account. So I have, like I said, I have the money in my US dollar account. So from that US dollar account, they're going to order the money. It's Friday today, and they said it'll arrive by Tuesday. So it has to come from the central bank. Now I need my ID, my passport, and my ticket. So there has to be proof. It's not just that I can take the money out. Because it's US dollars, the government wants to know where the money is going. This is to prevent money laundering or any kind of illegal activity. Also, outflow of money from Sri Lanka is a serious thing, especially during the financial crisis. So yeah, that's basically it. And now we're over here at the printers. Going to talk to them about printing up a whole bunch of stickers for the trip, and I want to say thank you guys for joining us today. With Superstar Desmond, we're just complaining about the parking and the drivers and everything like that, how silly they are. All right, thanks again guys for joining. We'll see you all on the other side. Hey guys, back in the car, headed to Colombo today. We were in the town, just had to pick up some pastries for my aunts and cousins. We're going to go over to their house and then go for a quick lunch. I'm in the car with Superstar Desmond and Mom say
hello, and
Dad say
hello.
Oh, look at that. Dad's all excited. There's no drinks, Dad.
Hey, I got it already. I have ordered already.
Anyway, so I wanted to follow up on the getting the US dollars story that I did yesterday. Since I have Mom in the car today, I'm going to talk about some of the banking craziness in this country. So a quick follow-up. So Mom, it was 2 months ago, Mom?
Yeah.
2 months ago, she goes to the ATM, and this is something she does all the time. She goes to the ATM with her Canadian bank card. She puts it in the ATM at our local branch, and she withdraws money from her Canadian bank account in Canada in Sri Lankan rupees. So what happened last time? 2 months ago, she goes to the ATM, puts the card in, goes to withdraw the money, and nothing comes out. No money comes out. And then she looks, but the transaction was completed. Did you receive a receipt?
No.
Okay. So she had to do the transaction again. So the second time you did it, it worked?
Yeah, it worked.
So at the same machine?
No, different machine.
At the same branch?
Yes.
Okay, so the next machine over?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was an ATM error. So basically, she calls the bank the next day. This was on a weekend. So the next day she goes and calls the bank, and the branch says, oh yes, we see that there's a double withdrawal and that there was an error. We'll send it to whoever and they'll now. So they sent it. Did you get a call back?
No, I didn't call Sam. When I came home, right, I checked my bank account.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
And then I found that both transactions had
gone through.
So I took a copy of the statement and I came to my branch that
Yeah.
I deal with,
Yeah.
and I showed it to the manager. She took it over and she says, it's fine, don't worry, you'll get your money. It will. So she had called the Norelia branch, and they had confirmed, yes, there is an error. She had got all the information, everything, because it's a foreign card
Transaction.
and she said it will take about 2 weeks.
That was 2 months ago.
So
now
she did all the work and did everything and had forwarded it to the card center, right? So I'm keeping asking and she's contacting the card center, and there is no, how do you call it?
Progress.
No progress whatsoever. It's just a wall there. So finally I got the card center and I called them. And the stupidity of the people in the card center is asking me, oh, you have your account. Can you please give me your passport number on which you opened up this account? So I said, this account is over 40 years old. And I said, in Canada, you don't need a passport to open up an account. So now they told me to call my branch
In Canada.
And ask, give them the details and ask them to respond to what. I called my bank and they are saying there's nothing they can do. They can see that yes, there are 2 transactions gone. They don't know whether I received the money or didn't receive the money.
But the money was sent.
But because the transaction was completed,
Yeah. The money is sitting in Sri Lanka.
The money is sitting in Sri Lanka.
Yeah. But nobody knows where.
I suppose they know, but most probably they don't know what to do with it. That's the whole problem here.
Yeah, the bureaucracy is just so.
I am going on Monday to meet with the manager and to talk to him and ask him, I need my money.
Basically, 2 months ago, the money was electronically transferred from Canada and it landed in Sri Lanka. Now, the way it works in Sri Lanka, from what we understand, is that it lands at the central bank, which is the Federal Reserve or
No, that's if you transfer money. ATM is direct.
Oh yeah, that's right. ATM is a direct transaction with the authorized card.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it lands at the bank. So the funds land at the bank electronically and are converted into Sri Lankan rupees at the ATM with the bank fees all included.
No, Sam, let me tell you if you're wrong. When I go and insert my card and I say 100,000, they tell you, okay, I say 100,000. They give me 100,000 because it's a foreign card. The conversion is done in Canada and it goes through my Canadian account in Canadian dollars.
Okay, so but whatever conversions and bank transfers or whatever, all the fees are paid from the Canadian account because that's where the money's coming from. But when it lands in Sri Lanka, it lands as foreign currency because that's the way the foreign system works. It lands in Sri Lanka as foreign currency and is then converted. So the problem that's happening right now is that the pushback that we're getting here in Sri Lanka is that they're saying, well, this is foreign money. You have to go back to your bank and get it sent back, or we don't know what to do it. So that's the roadblock here, is because it's foreign currency that they're seeing on their end, on the Sri Lankan bank. When they look at their system, they see foreign currency. So that, I think in their mind, it sets off not red flags, but they don't know what to do. And they say, oh, well, it's foreign currency, you got to go to your originating bank. They don't realize that it was an ATM withdrawal, and I don't think that they fully understand what has occurred, because they see this foreign currency and they immediately write it off and say, okay, it's not our problem. So I think that that's where the disconnect has happened. So like Mom said, she's going on Monday to the head office and speak to someone, because that's what you have to do in this country. You cannot do things over the phone or by email. You have to go face to face with someone and you have to tell them, this is what's happened, this is the mistake you've made. You have to be aware of what the mistake is and you have to tell them, go fix it. Because the bureaucrats here, the bureaucracy in Sri Lanka is so deep and so ingrained. Unless it's laid out in black and white, nobody will do anything, because nobody's going to take the initiative and nobody's going to take the risk. So you have to physically grab a hold of somebody by the throat and tell them to do something, right?
Sam, can I intercept you?
No, you can't. What do you want? You have to speak up a little bit.
Okay. When you have been on ATM transactions, Sam, there is no foreign money coming into Sri Lanka. Nothing. I just get 100,000.
No, I understand what you get, Mom, but the way the banking system works is that all funds electronically transferred have to be in US dollars. Okay, that's the way the system works. All right? I know you receive, rupees, but the electronic transfer is done in US dollars, Mom. That's the way the international system works. Mom, okay, I'm not going to argue with you on this, okay? I'm not going to argue with it. But the international banking system operates on the US dollar. That's how it works, all right? So that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the bureaucracy of the banking system in Sri Lanka. That's what we're talking about. So be aware that if you're going to use your ATM, that you might run into problems. So that's a caveat to you guys. Anyway, thanks again, guys. We'll see you all on the other side.
Bye-bye.